time for the prayers. So we get to the kind of ding, incense goes off, ding, silence. Let's just take a moment to pray for whoever needs to be prayed for. At which point, Enzo decides to roll onto one butt cheek and let off the most enormous fart. Good morning!
Good morning. Good morning. It is Monday morning. Hey, how are you?
Oh, good to see you, girls. Good to see you, kind of Lefanians.
Good
It's an
to
interesting
see ya.
one. Lou's taken too much pre-workout, so she's buzzing
Oh my God,
her
I'm
absolute
literally
tats off.
buzzing. But I feel
need
like
to be
a bit
buzzing.
weird at the same time. I should have worked out harder at the gym. I was there at 7:15 this morning.
At your
I didn't
own
work
gym,
out
or did you go to a gym?
No, I went to Casey. Quite like getting out the house in the morning because like the kids just always want to come in. It's cute, and then they pretend to work out. But I'm like, seriously, get the fuck out of my hair.
There is
My
nothing
kids are
more
really
annoying
me recently.
Yeah, there's nothing more annoying than when you're trying to do something like of importance when the kids fanning about. Last night I was trying to do a little bit of work. Like it was gone 8 o'clock. Enzo should have been asleep because obviously that's what he should be doing. School in the morning. And I was just trying to do a little bit of work, just a little bit of writing I was doing on the couch. And you know what? The little annoying little git kept doing, you know, when he kind of like kept trying to like a headstand next to me on the sofa and like putting his feet in my face.
So
and
annoying.
It's like, just go to bed.
Honestly, my kids are because I had so much time with them in Dubai. Indy's gone back to school today finally, but she's not been at school. She did not want to go back to school. Oh my God, it was a nightmare. But they're just so annoying. Like my children really irritate me. Tell us I feel really bad saying that. But I said to Andrew, I was like, they're just so annoying. Like Clemmy, she's so smothering. Like she has to touch me. So she's like, she just has to touch. I feel really
You're not
mean.
a toucher. You're not a toucher.
I don't like, but she'll just like hold my hair just so that she's in contact with me. Or she'll like hold.
That's cute.
No, it's cute for like the first time, but it's so smothering. It's actually like a running joke between all of us in the family now. She just like, and she'll just come. I feel really bad saying this, but it's really fucking annoying. She just comes and she has to touch my hair or touch my finger or she'll touch my leg. Like she has to touch me. If I'm like, Clemmy, please. I'm right. Oh, but I want to sit on your lap. And I'm like, but you're standing right next to me. Like I'm trying to do something. They're irritating the living hell out of me.
Mama.
You know what? I had a nice weekend with the kids. We went to the London Palladium, saw the pantomime. Yeah, it was really good. Really good.
What was it like? Is it Cinderella?
I had an argument with the head of security.
Why? Tell us. What happened?
I'm sorry,
such a ranty Monday.
I'm not going to do a rant at the end of this pod. I'm sorry to our listeners. Okay, so basically, like we went to the Palladium. It was great. And Indy wanted to borrow this little like Valentino handbag that Dixie's got, right? And Nana bought it for Dixie, and it's like V by Valentino, so it's like the lesser Valentino brand. But anyway, Dixie loves it, and I was like, Dixie, you're not using it. Just let her use it. I promise, I will make sure. Dixie's like, she's gonna lose it. I was like, oh, she's not. I promise, I'll look after it. Anyway, we go to the theatre. Come out of theatre, and I was like, oh, Mum, have you got Clemmy's bag? She's like, yeah. Anyway, we then get to Wagamama's after, and I was like, where's Clemmy's bag? Mum was like, said, Mum, you said you had it. She was like, oh no, I've got Indy's one. We left the fucking handbag in the theatre, didn't we? I was like, fuck's sake. So Andrew said, oh, I'll go back and get it. Bearing in mind,
good old A-dog.
We've left the theatre 10 minutes before, right? So he goes back, and then he comes back to Wagamama's. He said, oh, like this guy told me to go to the stage door at 4 o'clock. And I was like, what are you meant to do at the stage door? Oh, I don't know. I was like, fucking useless. So anyway, but basically,
something doing.
There's about 100 people at the stage door because they're all fucking weirdos, want to see like Donny Osmond or something. So it's like a massive crowd of people at the stage door, and I'm like, there's 2 performances. They're not coming out in between their performances. They're just going to stay in the theatre. It's like an hour and a half turnaround. Like, go fucking home, you weirdos, like desperate to see a famous person. I don't understand.
And then you turn up. Happy days.
Anyway, so gets to 4 o'clock, and I was like, right, you stay here, Andrew. I'll go and deal with this because I won't be told no. So I go back. There's a guy there. And I'm like, hi, we've left a handbag in the theatre. I know exactly where it is. It's in like this seat. It's like between the seats. I know where it is. He was like, no, it's not been, he said, you can't go back in because there's such tight turnaround between shows. And I was like, but I know exactly where it is. I was like, you could literally walk me to there and it will take 2 seconds. He was like, no, and it's actually, I've not heard it in my earpiece because I've got an earpiece. He went, you just need to ring the doorbell.
And?
And I was like, right, okay.
What, and you go
And
to
he
a
was
magic
like,
land?
it's like, and there is a man. This is literally how this conversation. There is a man on the other side of the stage door, and he will open the door, and he will then help you and get your bag back. But I don't think your bag is there because I haven't heard it been discovered on my earpiece.
Not in the earpiece, Lou. If it ain't on the earpiece, it ain't happening.
And I was like, right. So basically, I need to ring the doorbell at the stage door and talk to the guy there. He was like, yeah. And I said, it's taken us 10 minutes.
Could have told me that.
It literally has taken us 10 minutes. Your fucking life story about how you're head of security. I'm really fucking proud of you.
Oh, Lloyd is happy with his job.
No, Lloyd was fucking annoying, and he knew he was annoying, and he was just a condescending little prick. Anyway, so go to the stage door. There's like 100 people there.
Oh,
obviously, I'm in a bad mood at this point. A few people
tell.
like look at me in recognition, and someone walked out, and I just grabbed the door and just walked in. And there was two really nice guys there. And I was like, hi, guys. Lloyd from Head of Security sent me here. I don't suppose a little grey handbag with a V on it and some tassels has been found. And they were like, is it this one? And I was like, yeah, that is the one. So Lloyd clearly isn't important enough to hear everything over the earpiece, is he?
Or maybe Lloyd's earpiece just is malfunctioning. He needs to get a different earpiece.
Fuck it is. Lloyd is malfunctioning. He was really annoying.
Excellent. Well, I had a nice, a pretty nice weekend. Got a bit pissed on Friday, which is always nice. A little bit of din-dins. Yesterday though, I was saying to Im before we came on, Lou, how just life. Why does life happen to me? Okay, because it's always I just go through life and just bits and pieces happen, and I'm just like, what? Like I just chuckle, and I always think I'm gonna have to share this with the girls on the pod. So, have I told you about how difficult it is at the moment to get a baptism for Elle?
I thought she was baptised. I saw pictures of you in the church.
Yeah, that was like a little sort of blessing. That was like a little blessing thing for her birthday. Okay, it was kind of like a little pre-Christmas thing. Not in the Catholic faith, Lulu.
Just fucking dunk her in. Do a little cross on the forehead.
If it was
as
easy
be religious
as that.
Anyway. Religion is a dying breed. I had this conversation with Andrew.
Oh,
no,
she's off.
It is. Okay. It's a dying breed. No one cares anymore about that shit.
Okay. Well, we do. So we went.
My kids have been baptised in a church by Father John.
Well, I have been. Have I mentioned Father Cyril to you before in the Catholic Church? I can't remember if I mentioned Father Cyril. Brilliant, right? So I've been in touch with Father Cyril the back end of last year, and Father Cyril then got on the phone to us, because the Catholic Church there's a bit of a backlog. There's a bit of a backlog since COVID with getting in. So that's why we're like, okay, well that's fine. We're gonna have to wait. We were going to try and get her baptized in Sicily over the New Year. We couldn't do that because it just couldn't happen. So I spoke to Father Cyril on the phone a few times. And so if I was to say to you now, Father Cyril, okay, just by the very name, okay, what's in a name? Catholic faith as well. Where might you position Father Cyril as, a person, Because I was thinking, and the way he sounded, sort of 90-year-old Catholic priest, sort of on his way out a little bit. I mean, would you sort of say the same?
Yeah. What,
just by
Father John?
Right, Father Cyril, right? The very notion of
He's
Father
close
Cyril.
to death.
So we go to the church, and he said on the phone, look, come to church and get to know us, obviously, before we can consider baptising. Oh, fine. So yesterday, we turned up.
You're not that religious if you don't know him then.
No, because he's new, and it's at a new parish church. So we go to the new parish church, okay. So we get there. We're like, all right, in there with the kids, got the bag of toys, got the bag of snacks, sitting down, waiting. The little bell goes to signify the start of Catholic Church.
Ding, 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 ding.
Well! Oh! Old Father Cyril comes trotting out.
Yeah.
Semi-hot vicar.
Stop.
Semi-hot priest. Father Cyril is not knocking on death's door. Father Cyril, probably about my age. Okay?
Oh.
Father Cyril's got it going on, girls. Let me tell you.
And he's Catholic. He's a
cool little
priest then,
beard
not a
going on.
vicar.
Priest, yeah, priest. So I'm thinking, okay, and even Alex went. He went, all right, stop going about Father Cyril.
Probably gay.
Father Cyril's thrown me. No, Father Cyril ain't gay because I think Father Cyril's son was there, right? So I was thinking, all right, Father Cyril, this is a bit of a turn up for the. Well, I assume it was his son. Actually, couldn't Catholic priests?
You're not allowed,
can they?
No,
it can't be his son.
It's completely different to Church of England.
Yeah, it is.
That's why a lot of the priests are gay, I reckon, because they're in denial about being gay, so they become priests. So that's my theory.
It's an interesting theory, Lou.
I think it's a good theory.
We start church off. Okay, great. There we are. We're in. Okay, the kids obviously start then kicking off in the middle of church.
Oh, God.
And you know what
it's
it's like
so boring.
Well. Yeah, it was pretty boring. But we're sitting there, but then they start kicking off. They've got the toys, and then they start with the rustling, opening up the veggie straws, halfway through church. They want the veggie straws. Well, why does it always happen to us with Enzo? So we get to the bit, I've managed to bribe them all. If they behave, they can have an ice cream for lunch. If they just behave themselves just a little bit longer. So we get to the bit. Obviously, we're new, so we're obviously trying to be on best behaviour. We get to the bit where Father Cyril's like, and now it's time for the prayers. So we get to the kind of ding, incense goes off, ding, silence. Let's just take a moment to pray for whoever needs to be prayed for. At which point, Enzo decides to roll onto one butt cheek and let off the most enormous fart.
Stop.
She went like this. Alex looks at him and just like, as in absolute mortification. I'm looking at him. He then starts to crack up. I start to crack up. I mean, the whole thing just turns into the most embarrassing shit show. So yeah, in the end, basically we go to Catholic church. Turns out Father Cyril, semi-hot vicar,
Sexy.
Priest. Yeah, I'm here for Father Cyril. Loving it, loving life. Enzo breaks wind halfway through the prayers. Somehow we get out of that church without being burnt at the cross. So yeah, it was an eventful church. I don't know if we'll be going back, if I'm completely honest with you girls. But yeah.
But that's not always, the church in your village, is it?
No, it's a different one.
You sort of double dip in the churches.
We double dip. You know me. I like to either be, the bishop's bitch.
You're on the fence. But you're on the fence even with your religion. 1 minute you're in the Catholic one. 1 minute you're at the Church of England. One minute you're doing shit for the
A-Dog's
the vicar. And then A-Dog's,
I like to mix it up, girls. I like to waft it around. You spread my wings, babe. Exactly. So,
I don't blame you. At least you'll be accepted through the pearly gates because you would have gone above and beyond.
Doing me.